Welcome to NBA Pub Hub on Pub Sports Radio. Salute to the ladies, gents, and D-gents for tuning in. You already know it's all love. The NBA is a hell of a drug. And you looking at the plugs. Yeah, man. It's Tombstone Tuesday, so it's only right. We got Billy the motherfucking kid in the building. How we doing, Mr. Billy Briz?
I'm doing good, man. Only a 3-game slate, but there's some money to be made tonight, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. From the East Coast to motherfucking La La Land. Mr. I don't give a shit. It's Derl in the building. How we feeling, my man?
I'm feeling good, man. Feeling real good. I'm feeling like $1,000,000 good. So, 3 games, like Billy said, man. And I think there's some spots out here. So, ready to talk about it.
Yeah, man, we got a nice little three-piece. It's a Tuesday, so it's always a light Tuesday. It's always a light card, but definitely here to break bread. And most importantly, hit him straight over the motherfucking head. Shout out to the chat, though. The real ones holding us down. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. Know something. Justin in the building. Winter Circle, I see you, my man. Mr. Brosco, bang, bang, I see you, my man. Star Child OG, and Mr. Nets Bets, I see you, my guy. Everyone, if you would, at this time, hit the motherfucking like button. Share the video. And you know what I mean? If you have not subscribed to Pub Sports Radio, well, goddamn it, do that at this time. Razor Sharp Picks, my guy. I see you, my man. We took it on the chin with the Raptors yesterday. We won't run from it. The fucking baby leprechauns, they did show up a little bit. But, you know, Luka and the Don handle business late. But, yeah, we'll stand on that shit. Yeah. Shout out to everyone who thought I was fucking crazy for fading the Celtics. And, God damn it, I guess you was right at the end of the motherfucking day. AOD, Tone Miggins, I see you, my man. Levels Play of the Day. Be sure to check them out. And I did want to mention before we get going, Pimp Slap Play of the Day, Mike M. I seen you, my man. Be sure to follow our guy. He's been killing it. Pimp Slap Play of the motherfucking day. I like that shit. So show some support, and we appreciate each and every one of y'all joining us right here on a Tuesday. Let's get started. We're going to motherfucking Cleveland, the land. We got the Lakers. Opening line here at 4.5. Some money did come in. Here, line has creeped up, to 5.5, 224 opening total here, and it's shot up a little bit to 225.5 now. We got 57% of the bets on the LA Lakers and 55% of the money also on the Lakers here. Pretty tight. The Lakers have won 3 straight. I know my man Daryl's feeling it. Wham Bam and Ski feeling pretty motherfucking good. 8 of the last 10 you guys have won. Very impressive. Milwaukee being the real one good team outside of probably Brooklyn in that span, I will say. But it was an impressive win in Milwaukee, and shit, 8 out of 10 is impressive no matter who the fuck you put in front of them. Now, the Cavs are off a 11-point loss to the New York Knicks on Sunday, scoring 81 motherfucking points in that basketball game. I don't even know if they really showed up there on Sunday. 81 points, 3.5-point favorites, losing outright. And, you know, 30 points under their season average here. This is a nice basketball game. Obviously, we got LBJ going back to the land. Billy, right. What are we doing with this game, my man?
Yeah, I think this is a pretty sharp line, man. The Cavs have been really good at home. They're 11-1-2 last 13 home games. I expect them to be motivated coming off that sticker versus the Knicks. And the Lakers have been on a roll of recently, like you were talking about, 4-0 last 4 road games, 5-1 ATS last 6 games. And Allen has missed the last 5 games for the Cavs. He was at shoot-around today. He's listed as questionable. And that's really big news with Anthony Davis being so hot over the last 5 games, 35.5 points per game and 13.4 rebounds, 3 blocks. But I'm more interested at attacking LeBron coming back to Cleveland. Since joining the Lakers, he's faced the Cavs 6 times, scoring 32 points, 31, 46, 28, 38, and 27. He's gone over his point total 5 out of his last 6 games versus Cleveland and 4 out of his last 5 games just some regular. And even with AD going off, LeBron's been shooting a lot, 20-plus field goal attempts in 6 out of his last 8 games. I like the LeBron James over 26.5 points as best bet in this game.
Yeah, man, you got to think LBJ is going to try to show out in the land.
Yeah.
I mean, half the motherfuckers probably related to the motherfucker somehow in that town, in that area. But, yeah, I like that. I like that look. AD has been – we got to give him a shout-out. I mean, Mr. Fragile, call him what you will. Day-to-day Davis. I mean, this motherfucker has been playing like how we used to in the Pelicanos. I mean, he's been playing lights out, MVP quality. If it can uphold and they continue winning basketball games, I mean, it has to be mentioned. AD has been out of his fucking mind. It's Derl. What are we doing with this game, my man?
Yeah, looking at the numbers, man, we really can't discount what the Lakers have done, even though they've had some bottom-tier teams that they played against. But in the beginning, they probably weren't beating these teams, you know? So their win really was good against Milwaukee. But then I had to put some stake into it and be like, well, Milwaukee barely covered against they didn't cover against Orlando. They beat them by 7 points, and that spread was 10.5. So looking at the numbers, these teams right now are pretty even on what they're scoring in the first quarter at about 27, 28 points. If we take a deeper dive in what they've done the last 5 games, it's a huge disparity here where Cleveland has actually gone down by 5 points in what they're doing in the first quarter. And Lakers have gone up by 3 points, averaging about 31 in this last 5. I believe with all the hype, with LeBron coming to Cleveland, he definitely wants to show out every time he's there. AD has been on a tear. I do like Lakers to be competitive here. And to Billy's point, this line does seem pretty sharp. It's gone up to 5.5 now. But I do believe Lakers can win this first quarter outright. So I did take Lakers plus 1.5 first quarter. Just by the flow of the game and how they've been playing as of late. They can keep that same momentum going, put up maybe about 30 points or so, and maybe Cleveland, if anything, will probably keep the same pace of playing about 22, 24 points in the first quarter. So Lakers plus 1.5 first quarter, already stepped on it. That's what I like.
I dig it. Shout out to I Need Money dropping the stats here. The Lakers are 10-0 in the first half. North Ender, I see you, my dude. Good to see you, my man. This to me, I'm with Razor though. I am with Razor here, and I stayed off that first quarter. But as I was saying to the boys prior, yesterday I went 1-1. If I would have went and bet everything I really liked, it would have been 5-1 just by doing the trifecta spots. I think Razor woke up feeling the same motherfucking way, thinking the Raptors are gonna smack him and somehow cover first quarter, and don't win the fucking game outright, lose the full game. So I see him right there going to the load up on the trifecta. Shout out to our guy, Mr. J Money. With the Cavs here, and I like that. I really do, but I like the first half. I said it. I've talked about it. It's auto bet for me, damn near first half Cavs at home right now. They have won covered 6 in a row the last 6. Double digit margins in these games they're averaging by halftime. It's not even close. They did have somewhat of a squeaker last time against the Mavs, 6.5 cover, I believe, on an 8. Other than that, they've been putting it on these boys. I look for them to cover the 2.5. Pretty easily here. The Lakers full game. I do agree with Billy here. The line does seem a little sharp. Would I be surprised if LBJ and the boys settle in and make it a basketball game? Absolutely not. But I like the Cavaliers here at the house early and often. I do think that loss to the Knicks, you're getting these boys in a good spot off a loss. They tend to bounce back when they take an L, and I believe the Lakers are feeling themselves a little bit here. Give me the Cavs first half minus 2.5. It's good money. All right, let's go to Miami, huh? South Beach sounds pretty nice right about now with a drink and a motherfucking plane. We got the Detroit Pistons going into Miami. Opening line at 8.5. Obviously trickled down now. No Jimmy Butler news. We got a total of 222.5. Has creeped down as well. Opening line of 222, has creeped down. 53% of the bets on the Detroit Pistons and 78% of the money on Detroit basketball. Now, the Pistons have lost 4 out of 5. Did have an impressive win, I believe, on Sunday against the Dallas Mavericks. Here on the other side, we have the Heat in a back-to-back situation, losing to the Grizzlies last night without the whole motherfucking damn near squad for the Grizzlies. As I said yesterday on the show, That was stinky motherfucking shit, and obviously it was. I believe the line moved about 5 to 6 points, and the dog won outright. Now, the Heat have won 6 straight home basketball games. They handle business at the house. It's Derl. What are we doing in this basketball game, my man?
Yeah, a lot of moving parts here. You got to wait on that injury report, right? I think you're going to possibly see some other players out. And I was all on Heat culture yesterday. I did like them. I thought it was a good spot for them, especially with the decimated Memphis Grizzlies team. Memphis has just beat Detroit and Miami. So, as far as a tale of two teams, well, Memphis has beat both of these teams, and they're about to play tonight. What I do like, instead of taking a side, I looked at the props here. Miami's kind of all over the place. I'm hoping that Dwayne Dedmon doesn't play, which will make me like the bet even more, but I've already stepped on it. And that is the work that Marvin Bagley's been doing as of late. For the exception of Memphis, this man has hit his points, rebounds, and assist numbers like it's nothing. Right now, his PRA is at 19 at minus 106. That's where I got it from my local. I think he hits that number here easily. True big man. You've got Isaiah Stewart back that might be able to give Bam some trouble. And I just do believe with his points already being at 11.5, that this 19 is going to be pretty easy, especially off a poor performance from their last game that he just played. But all the games at Dallas versus New York versus Cleveland versus Phoenix, this man is getting boards and buckets. So I do like the 19 for the PRA. He is even at times shooting a couple threes. So he's all over the place, man. He's spaced the floor. So that is the play I made for this game specifically because there's a lot of moving parts with Miami. Didn't feel comfortable taking a side. If you got Miami early, then you got that 8.5. But I do like Marvin Bagley, PRA over 19. I do believe he hits that easy.
I dig it. Yeah, I've been seeing Marvin Bagley play a little bit of basketball there. Okay, finally coming around. Had to get out of Sacktown, and he's finally getting down. Yeah, man. Shout out to D Mills, Viper in the motherfucking building. I see y'all, man. Parlay J in the motherfucking building. Billy, my man, what we doing with this basketball game, bro? I know you probably like that Bagley prop.
I'm with it's Derl, man. I think the only way to attack this game is through the prop market. I'm on the same exact team, but different player. I'm on Killian Hayes over 5.5 assists. I like Killian Hayes over his last 5 games, over 30-plus minutes, 15.8 points per game, and 7.4 assists per game. He's gone over 6 or more assists in 5 straight games for the Pistons and over that line in 9 out of his last 10 games for the Pistons. The Heat have allowed 16.1 assists per game, 21st in the NBA, and to opposing point guards over the last 7 days, an average of 9.6 assists. Killian Hayes up and over that 5.5 assists is good money. I don't mind 10.5 points either.
Nice. So we're looking for the props in this game. I can't lie to you. I got absolutely nothing in this basketball game. I would look maybe Miami early, but I'm not betting shit in this shit. Shout out to Nunya, Andrew G. I seen you. Andrew G. Excuse me. I see you, my man. Bitsy, that part. Run it up. Run up them likes. Let's run it up. We got a 3-piece, but we're going to get to the window. Believe it. AOD, my man. All right, right here. Next game here. We got the last game on the motherfucking card. We got the Dallas Mavericks going into Mile High. The Denver Nuggets. We got an open line of 4.5, opening total of 223. Now it has stayed at 223, moved a little bit up here to 5. Now the 66% of the bets are on the Denver Nuggets. However, 95% of the money on the Denver Nuggets. The Mavs obviously in a back-to-back situation. A lot of talk about Luka's usage here. I hope we don't see no fuckery. I am waiting on this game. I wouldn't be shocked if Luka sits. I've seen so many reports from not only the head coaching, the staff, stating the usage rate of Luka is insane and it will not last. Now, obviously, they're in a back-to-back situation after smacking the motherfucking Suns around. You know what I mean? Carrying these little motherfuckers like babies. Matter of fact, Vic, if you would, show the pic. Yeah, man. Little baby. You little booker. You little booker. Yeah, man. You know, look at the motherfucking Don. Handled business. Did exactly what I said he would do. And that put it on those boys yesterday. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now they have the Mavs have been somewhat of a suspect on road, though. Losing 5 out of the last 6 road games. Only win there on Sunday against the Knicks in New York. Now, the Nugs have lost 2 straight. Have been solid, however, at home. But their best win, realistically, when looking at their schedules against the LA Lakers or Utah, you pick at home. So they have lost some games at home that they should not have to the Knicks, a couple other teams. But they are getting healthy. Obviously, it seemed like COVID took somewhat of Denver's lineup. Seems like most of these guys are back tonight. Do have some guys still questionable, but looks like most of the Denver Nuggets roster will be playing basketball tonight. It's Derl. What we doing this basketball game, my man?
Yeah, so this is the game I don't like. I don't like this game at all. I don't know if Dallas put a lot of effort into blowing out the Suns. You know, it just seems like they're going to always have them in targets and sights. And I just don't know if they're going to use that same tenacity for Denver. I'm not sure about it here. I would have to see with the trickeration on the injury report. I know KCP is considered day-to-day, but is he out? You know, so – yeah, so this is another one to where you might get some late news on Dallas, and then you might have some late news on Denver. So it doesn't make sense to really play this early until you get a final injury report here. But I do believe this is a Denver spot, in my opinion. It's just one of those things to where when they play in altitude, they have the advantage here. And it's just one of these games to where it seems a little tricky. Dallas doesn't use that. They play up or down to their opponent, and they just have some games that they specifically circle. Some teams they do that to. primarily the Suns and how the Suns treated them last year. So I do like Denver here. Just haven't gotten to the window. Want to see what it looks like. They've come in. Denver has had back-to-back losses. Back-to-back losses. So this is a game that you have to win. Yeah. So if you're going to get up for a game, this is going to be the game you get up for against a team that you can get, a team who's kind of questionable on the road, and a team that just put up 130 points against Phoenix. So wait for those injury reports, but I do like Denver here. Just haven't gotten to the window yet.
Yeah, my bad. They got taken out pretty good by the Pelicanos recently. They did have a 4-game win streak, but really against nobody too much. Our guy Ix Nizzle, Mr. Bless him. I don't know if I gave you a shout out earlier, but when you came, I needed that vibes in Cleveland vibes, man. I need you first half, my guy. I see you, my man. Look like you had a good time out there in the H-Town as well. He is on the Denver Nuggets -4.5 here. Tough basketball game. What are we doing with this one, Billy?
Yeah, man, this is my Razors Gamblers first glance, man, because, my first opinions on the game is way different than I actually ended up moving on. The Mavericks have been horrible on the road, 1-6 ATS in their last 7 road games, and they haven't been playing well in the second half of back-to-backs, 0-3-1 ATS, playing on 0 days of rest. But I feel like this isn't really like a regular back-to-back. If you watch that Suns game, they blew them the fuck out. And they didn't play the fourth quarter. The Nuggets are coming to this game on a 2-game losing streak, but are 5-2 ATS in their last 7 home games, which is pretty good. And the Mavericks, though, they played really good head-to-head in Denver, 4-1 ATS, last 5 in Denver. And I'm not liking the vibes in Denver, man. Malone's been coming at these boys in these press conferences, talking about how they're playing soft and stuff like that, giving them extra practices. Like, man, this ain't college. This is the NBA. But I just feel like the Mavericks could come out and outright win this game. But instead of playing the Mavericks, I like the over 222.5. I think there's going to be the highest scoring game of the day. Late night hammer spot, TNT, prime time. We got Jokic versus Luka. This just seems like an over spot, man. 225.5 is way too low. Best bet on the card.
Yeah, man, I agree with you there. It's crazy that you said that because I thought, oh, this is a Denver spot here, and then I looked into it, and I'm just like, man, really? Do I want to lay 5 against these Mavs right here? Like, I know all the trends say the Mavs are not it on the road. I know that, but I don't trust these motherfucking Denver Nuggets as well. Just like Billy said, and they are 4-1 ATS, the Mavs last 5 in Denver. Now, these two teams have already played. They had that little short back-to-back situation. Dallas smacked them around. Obviously, Denver was without most of their guys. And then they actually lost to Dallas, or Dallas actually lost to the Nuggets in that second game. I believe they're 13-point, double-digit favorites and lost by 1 point there. So maybe you get Dallas here early a little bit. I just don't know. This is a tough basketball game for me, and there's no way. I do think that, most of the people are going to think here Denver's the play. And when I look into a little more, I don't know. I don't trust that basketball team to lay 5. Like I mentioned, they have won some basketball games at home, but they haven't really beaten any good basketball teams. So good spot though here for the Mavericks. Obviously for the Nuggets. Obviously with a back-to-back for the Mavericks, and like our guy Derl said, losing 2 straight and pretty much getting smacked around by the Pelicanos. So it could be a spot for the Nuggets here. A pass for me. It will be. I do think this will be a good basketball game. I will be watching.
Mike Adams has a pretty good stat, though. He says West Coast teams with rest advantage versus a team that just got off a home game, 0-17 trend.
Who said that?
Mike Adams in the chat.
Man, there we go. Mike Adams. Let me highlight our boy Pimp Slap play of the day. West Coast team with advantage versus. Woo! That's a stat right there. That's how you be catching in Pimp Slap plays in the motherfucking day. Hey, shout out to our guy, man. See, that's a great stat. I'm glad Billy noticed that. Don Play, I see you, my man. Everyone in the chat, we're about to get up out of here. We'll give you what we do think is the best motherfucking look on the board. Before we do, smash that fucking like button. Let's run it up. We're going to hit him straight over the motherfucking head. And also, if you do want to go to one of these events, these live events, SeatGeek is the motherfucking place to do it. One word, Puff Sports. Lock you in $20 off. You want to go to a concert, you want to go to a basketball game, a motherfucking football game, whatever you want to do it at SeatGeeks. One word, Puff Sports. They'll handle you $20 off. And then also, we're all DJs here in Prize Picks. It's a beautiful thing, man. They match you up to a hundo. It's Puff Sports Radio, I believe, here. Puff Sports Radio match you $100. You deposit a hundo, they turn it into 2 and run it the fuck up. I mean, you can bet all the props.
I got to add on that too. They got a Justin Herbert odds boost prop over a half pass yards. Yes, a half. He would need just one passing yard to cash that prop. If you want to connect that to anything that anybody said, just wanted to throw that out there. That's why.
Man. See, this guy loves Prize Picks. I'm gonna start letting him do the Prize Picks promo and shit. He loves this shit. He got all the juices, the extra juicy shit. Yeah, I like what they do offer there though. They do offer a lot. I looked into a little bit. Check it out, Pub Sports Radio, Match You 100 at Prize Picks. Before we get up out of here, it's Derl. What's the best look on the board, my guy?
Yeah, I give you two, man. I like the Lakers here in this spot. I do. I like the Lakers first quarter plus 1.5. We'll see if they get off to a really good start before the game kind of calms down based on their most recent body of work. And I like Marvin Bagley's PRAs at 19. I think that's a good number, especially coming off a lackluster performance against Memphis. This is a get-right spot for him. That number, he sailed over easily in the last prior 5 games to Memphis. I like that spot.
I dig it. Give me a 2-piece. He's feeling kind on a motherfucking Tuesday. Billy, what is it, man? What is it?
3 games, 3 bets. Best bet is going to be Dallas Mavericks and Denver Nuggets over 225.5. And then the 2 prop bets, LeBron James over 26.5 points and Killian Hayes over 5.5 assists.
I dig it. Look at him giving you 3. So you got 5 plays total. I'm going to give you 1 motherfucking play because it's all I got. It's the Cleveland Cavaliers, the land. That's right. Mr. Bless him. Let's get him. First half, -2.5. Got it at -115. Lock that bitch in. It's good money. Appreciate everybody joining us, as always, on a Tuesday. Here we break bread with my guy. It's Derl. What we got going for the rest of the week? I know you're back here on Thursday. Got things going. We're betting with the bag, I believe, on Wednesdays with Jimmy as well.
Right.
Let us know where we can find you, my man.
Yeah, you can find me back here tomorrow morning, man, with Jimmy, where we take a long analysis, my long-winded ass, talk about the games for 2 hours. Back on Thursday to make it short and sweet again, man. And then rinse, repeat.
I hear you, my man. I hear you. Be sure to check out our guy, It's Derl, on Twitter, always with the good vibes. Billy, my man, I know you'll be back here doing things. I know you got shit going on in the UFC. Big week for you, coming off a big week. What we got going, my man?
Yeah, man. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button if you haven't already. Big week this week, UFC 282 pay-per-view card, last couple events of the year. We got Bellator on Friday. So best time of year. Make sure you follow me over on Twitter at Getting Bills.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate both y'all vibing the fuck out with us here. It is Pub Sports Radio. It is 4 p.m. Eastern Time, NBA Pub Hub. We appreciate all the real ones holding us down. DC Sports Breaks. I see you, my man. Appreciate you joining us. Melvin Davis, good to see you, my man. Mr. Trifecta, Nasty Nate in the motherfucking building.
Hey.
DJ Worker, Star Child, Nunya, Ayo, everyone in there, man. Be sure to hit the like button and let's hit them straight over the motherfucking head. Like, subscribe, share the motherfucking video. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed. Let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Yeah.